Good evening! Hello, everybody. How are we doing? I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, but then when am I? Really? When? Does anybody really know? I don't. I haven't even switched over to just chatting yet. Oh. Hello. How are you guys doing? I am in a very weird mood. I'm gonna swear again why do I keep doing this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I think that's the crux of the issue is I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've got to move my mic forward because I'm a professional. Also the music still seems a tad loud. Quiet you. Silence. Alright. How's it going? I don't know what's going on. I had like a ton of stuff to talk about, but I don't know. I will be doing something today, probably maybe playing a game with any luck, hopefully. And at some point I'll actually talk about all the things that have been on my mind. But I thought I would take today to do my nails. These are the colours I'm going for. You probably will not be able to see what I'm doing because I have not perfected that yet. But see, I did that thing again where I'm just like, I'm gonna not tweet about what's been going on, so I'll just talk about it on stream, and then don't write down any of it to remind me at all. It's just, nah man. Nah man, I'll remember it, and I never do. Not entirely true, but close enough. And this polish is starting to show its age. And considering I've had it for like 5 years, I'd say that's pretty good. Yeah, someday I'll have a camera that actually points at what I'm doing. But today is not that day. I am making kind of a mess of this, but whatever. Not that you can see. Even from here, it probably looks fine. I'm sorry, I'm in like a kind of a huffy mood. I'm not sad. I haven't been crying or anything, but it's definitely like some kind of depression. It's like apathy. It's like none of the things that I once enjoyed hold any enjoyment now, which is kind of sucky. By kind of, I mean kind of a lot sucky. Yeah, this blue polish is a lot newer, so it's a lot more fluidy. Whereas the other one was quite difficult to use. I think I put a bit too much on those. You can sort of almost see them blooming compared to the pink and purple. So I don't even know if that actually does anything, but it makes me feel better. Alrighty. So I still actually do not know, cannot tell, if me being in Stream Manager counts as a view on my own stream. I do not know. Cannot tell. If you're lurking, welcome. If you ain't, you can say hello. Geez, even the Discord's been quiet the last couple of days. Not that that's actually that shocking, the Discord's usually pretty quiet. Nothing really happens there. Except when we do the old community games, which is only like twice a month. But honestly, I actually can't remember if I made it so that anybody else can use it. Like, it doesn't have to just be me in there. And by just me, it doesn't have to be me in there to, like, facilitate other people using it. It might, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. This is gonna take a while to dry. Not the purple, but the blue. Yeah, the depression just kind of hit me on Friday, like Friday night. And I think it's just because things have been sort of changing. And I don't like that. My body's just like, my brain's just like, don't like that at all. Why are you changing? Stay the same. I'm not sure if that's my autism, my ADHD, or just me. So of course, I got my ADD papers through. And by that, I mean I've still got like, forms to fill in. It was funny as heck because I finally got a doctor's appointment on Friday evening. The same day I had job centre and a shit ton of chores to do, and my friend Fee came round with my very belated birthday present, which was great. Loved seeing her. And I actually like going to the job centre to do with my work coach. It's really cool. But I went to the doctor's at like, it was like 6:15 p.m. So they technically already shut up and reception was closed, so I had to like log in or check in using this screen thing that I'd never seen before in my life, but was actually had probably been there for a long time because I just don't notice things typically, not until they're pointed out to me. And when they are, I'll be like, oh, that's new, and my mum will be like, no, that's been there for months. That's just me. What the hell was I saying? What the heck was I saying? I just keep finding Toby's fur, like just little hairs on my desk. It's his playground. He will sit right in front of me here. He will sit right here between my keyboard and the monitor. He'll sit. He'll sprawl here. He'll knock my controller off the desk. He's kind of a dick like that. And I honestly think the main reason... Okay, one of the reasons, not the main reason, it's probably like a secondary reason, that I haven't been writing that much is because, as evidenced by this afternoon, Toby really doesn't like it when I do that. He doesn't like it when I write. So I remember when I first got him, I used to write with a notebook on my lap and write that way, like real close up. Toby would come in, crawl under my arm and sit on my notebook in my lap. And today I was writing at the kitchen table because I thought, I'll have a foot bath because my feet fucking hurt. My feet, by the way, are an absolute mess. Like, they just hurt all the time. And I think I might have to, like, go to the doctors about that. So I was having a foot bath, so I thought I'll get some writing done. And I did, which was great, but at one point Toby just kind of, like, crawled up and then just sprawled over all my papers. Like, it's kind of sweet, but it's also, like, really detrimental to getting any work done, which is, well, when you're a writer, kind of the point, especially since I'm at a juncture in my writing where I actually have to do a lot of work. It's not the most fun thing in the world what I'm doing right now with story stuff. Also entirely my own fault, going back to the actual main reason being that I am a procrastinating weirdo. I procrastinate like crazy. So, all the notes I made in my book from last year, I don't understand anymore. It's all like, what the hell was I saying? I don't know. I have to rewrite it all now. In order. And that's annoying. But I did get a huge chunk done over the last several weeks. Might not actually be that much. Just doing a second coat. Don't think I need to do a second coat for the blue. The blue's pretty tight. Although, you never know. But yeah, I'm happy with these colours. The blue looks kind of turquoisey, unless it's up close, but even then, kind of turquoisey. They're not. I've already had turquoise nails. I try not to do the same colour twice in a row. It's real quiet tonight. Real quiet, and that's fine. Sometimes you do just need like a nice quiet Sunday. That said, wouldn't be opposed to things picking up a little bit. Just saying. I was talking about the doctors. I finally got a doctor's appointment, and it was actually really funny because I spent days calling them up on the automated thing with them going, no man, no appointments for your, to satisfy your criteria. My criteria being the first available appointment with any doctor. Promising. And then I finally get one, and it's not only the next day, but it's also with the most sought after doctor on the island, and also my favourite doctor, the one who helped me with all my problems back when I was dying from bad periods. So, I was actually talking to my friend the next day when I was like, finally got through, and she was like, maybe it was a meant to be thing. Like, it was supposed to get this appointment, and I'm actually starting to think that she might have been right. And hello, Watered. Sorry, I'm just having on a train of thought. Hope you're doing okay. Because while I was there, one, she did seem a bit concerned about my stomach aches, but she told me that it's not stomach cancer and it's very unlikely to be a tumour of any variety. It's most likely, because I did give her a bit of background. Do you remember that, like a few weeks back I was talking about how I accidentally gave myself mild food poisoning? Yeah, it's probably because of that. So I'm now, like, being extra careful with my food. Like, if my mum said that, my mum is, like, the stingiest, most frugal person on the planet who hates wasting anything. And she's always like, if there is a chance that it's off, just bin it, don't risk it. So I'm doing that now. Rough brain day? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, pal. I can't say I don't know how you feel. Something about Friday, man, it was so busy and so tiring, and of course I'm now signed off from occupational therapy, which is like a whole season of change, and my brain is just like, fuck life, man. Because that's the thing, is I keep making all these changes and thinking it'll make a damn difference, when honestly, the biggest problem is that I somehow keep fucking forgetting, even though it's the most obvious thing in my life, is that it doesn't matter how many things I change, because I still have chronic fatigue. I could have all the time in the world, and I will still be too tired to do anything with that time. So I've been kind of depressed about that the last couple of days. Took me a while to put the nail on the head about what it was exactly. I thought maybe my anxiety's finally hitting me. It was stupid as well, because I got like a good amount of writing done yesterday, and I'd already like sort of got to the point where I was like, I'm not really enjoying this segment, but it has to be done. And while I was writing yesterday, I was like, I am not enjoying this. And my brain ran with that saying, you don't like writing anymore. You don't like writing. And like, I got a bit drunk. A little bit. And I just remember just like putting my foot down and going, fuck off, brain. Fuck off. We did good today. We got like loads of writing done. Fuck off. I will never not enjoy writing. Yes, there will be aspects of it that I find kind of hard going. But if it was too easy, it would be boring. Thank you for contributing to the Art String Challenge, Walter. We will eventually get to do that. How are we doing with that? Excuse me. Well, we're almost at the good number. And I'll probably have to extend it again, but we've got 22 days left as it stands, which is good. I'm also doing my nails, because I wanted to. I usually do them on Monday afternoons, but I am finally going to see my friends, Jamie and Jason, tomorrow. I haven't seen them since February when we went to see Avatar 2. But I'm seeing them tomorrow for coffee, and I wanted to have nice nails. I'll do all my chores in the afternoon. I'll probably muck up my nails doing them. I also think it's time that I should actually talk to my old boss at my cleaning job, where I am still technically employed, and just say straight up that I don't think I can do any more shifts. Because it wasn't until like a year after I got furloughed from lockdown that I was even diagnosed with chronic fatigue, and while I was actually like actively taking a shift, there was like a hugely obvious problem with my energy levels, and it kind of led to a little bit of a spat between me and my boss like 2 weeks before first lockdown started. And then I didn't talk to her for a year. And I only had to talk to her again because she accidentally found one of my old payslips and logged it, and so it completely cut my benefits for that month. So I had to call her up and say, hey, you done fucked up, although I use kinder and more polite vocabulary than that. But yes. Almost 69% on the art stream. Next time I am not doing 100,000. Maybe 50,000. Yeah, I think 50,000 is fine, and I'm doing it again. I'm on Twitter, and I don't know why. Oh, that is a weird spider tentacle lady. From 1911. I don't like it. Anyway. Like, other things have happened to you, but I can't think what they are. Which is funny, because I was like, I've got so much to talk about. But of course I didn't write any of it down again, so... well, fill the thing. What do you want? The text, I'm concerned. Oh, it's just my friend confirming tomorrow. Good. Good. We might be playing a game today, I'm not sure yet. I feel like I have, there's a lot going on, but I can't remember what any of it is. I mean, oh, that was one thing. I was talking to my work coach at the job centre about what it was like to try and move house, to a completely new area whilst on benefits. And, back when I first considered it, my mum was like, yeah, you can't do that. Because if you go somewhere and you can't actually, get a job that's sustained and actually pay your way over there, they'll just send you back where you came from. So I was telling my work coach about that because I have a friend who also kind of wants to get off this island, kind of like me, and my work coach told me that law has changed. And that since I'm on universal credit, not sure about my friend, I haven't really asked her about her benefits because, I don't know, to me it's kind of a private thing. But since I'm on universal credit, if I wanted to move, all I would have to do is go to the place in question where I want to move to and find a private rental. And then set that up, and all I'd have to do for my benefits is register a change of address. So I could, theoretically, let's say in the next 5 years, because moving house costs a freaking fortune, I could just up sticks and move to a completely new place if I wanted to. But that's the clincher right there, is I don't think I do want to. I've put so much time and effort and misery into this stupid little flat getting it to the way I want that the last thing I want to do is undo it all, up sticks and move somewhere else and start from scratch. I don't want to do that. I am not someone who moves around a lot. I do not live out of suitcases. I did for a little while, a few years. And my sister did, all the time for, a few years as well. Different years, I think we were both the same age when it happened, and she was a couple years older than me, so it was it didn't overlap, but we both did it at one point. I just don't want to do that. Maybe in 5 years I will. Yeah, it's I remember when I first moved in here, it was one of the most depressing experiences of my life. So I was sitting in, an unfurnished, unpainted, unfloored, there were no proper floors, in furniture I didn't in arms, a chair I didn't like, or whatever. It's just furniture that I bought just to fulfill a purpose. I bought the first bed that I found because it was a box bed for $5 down the road. Hideous bed, hated it. But I had that up until literally last year, before I upgraded to my double. And it's just, I'm struggling right now because I'm going through the change that I technically no longer have occupational therapy to fall back on if I do have a bad mental health day, which is stupid. Because I literally bumped into my occupational therapist yesterday in the co-op, and she was like, if ever you're feeling down, feel free to text me or call me, we can talk. And I was just like, that's great. Also, what's bothering me is I keep doing stupid things and saying stupid shit to people. I saw my occupational therapist yesterday, who is no longer my occupational therapist, technically speaking, and she was like, you look great! And my response was to go, you do too, actually. What the fuck was that? Why did I say that? Why did I say actually? It was unusual for her to look good? Like, why? Also, I bumped into one half of my couple friends who are meeting tomorrow, and I didn't ask about his pregnant girlfriend, which I thought, like, in retrospect was a bit odd, but I just honestly do not know how to talk to people. I don't even know how to talk to people I know. I just, like, I don't know what the, like, you know how you have, like, canned responses to things? Like when you talk to people in shops and they say, thank you for your purchase, and my response is, yes, you too. Like, I know it's not a problem that's, like, endemic just to me, and, like, other people do it, but why? Why? Why is that a thing? It's so annoying. Why can't I just talk like a normal human's person? For fuck's sake. I think it was in part with my friend that I was just sort of like, yeah, if I ask how she is today, then I wouldn't be able to ask her that on Monday when I see her. Like, no, you can ask how somebody is twice. How can people manage with the small talking stuff? Exactly. Like, how? It's just, it's so stressful. Jeez. I don't like talking to people. Also, hi guys, how are you? Oh my gosh. I'm definitely, like, depressed by something, but I think it's just, like, a bunch of changes happening. My stomach stopped hurting. I'm taking some antacids, which I got prescribed, although I only took the first one today, because yesterday I was drinking. I also didn't even get it until the afternoon. Prescription, I didn't pick it up until the afternoon, so for some reason I thought, oh, it has to be morning and evening, even though it's literally just two tablets a day. And I don't know why I believe that. I don't know why. I forgot that the reason that the doctor's appointment was meant to be, or whatever, is because months ago, like halfway through the appointment, the doctor was just like, oh yeah, your mum called me months ago about a referral to like a supportive housing thing. It's not like to do with my rental or anything, but it'll get like a qualified individual to come in and help me out with chores every now and again, which is definitely something I need. And yeah, she was just like, so do you want a referral to that? So I was like, yeah? And I feel like that is sort of meant to be, because she is the most sought after doctor on the island, and I just happened to be able to get an appointment with her, and she was able to get me that referral. Like, that just doesn't usually happen. I think that's special. Don't know why I said it like that. I'm just being bloody weird. And the other thing was that I told her my ADD papers came through, and she was like, oh yeah, and how long did that take you to fill in? And I was just like, I haven't filled it in yet. And she just sort of sniggered like, yeah, I think you might have ADD. Because I think I must have picked up those papers about 10 times in just one day. And I still haven't finished filling them in. It doesn't help that one of them my mum has to fill in. I say my mum. My dad probably could, but I see my mum more than my dad, because my dad doesn't really leave the house. Well, he does. He goes on walks and stuff, but he doesn't come to town. And one has to be filled in by my quote-unquote partner. Excuse me, I don't fucking have one. Who's supposed to fill in that? My cat? Toby! Well, he's asleep, even if he did know how to use a pen or a pencil. My throat hurts. My throat really does hurt now. My jaw hurts because I've been talking so much. Yesterday I also broke my rule. Several of my rules, actually. And I got more books. 3, I will admit, are from the library. This one was not. And I also realised that trying to read a book that is about climate change is not a good thing to read when you're depressed. This book is bloody weird. It's good. It's literally Love and Rage, Autonomy in Mexico City's punk scene, which sounds really cool and right up my alley. My problem with it is that it's immediately, 1, written by somebody with a PhD, so it reads more like a dissertation. Then an actual window into what a punk scene would be like. She uses a lot of big words. And a lot of just like turns of phrase that just don't fit with the scene. And also, it's more like work. Reading this book is like I'm at college. It's like I am studying, which is great, but it's not actually that encouraging to do anything with on a regular basis, which is probably why I went out and got other books and then started reading this one, which is literally like a collection of stories, quote unquote maybe true stories, about the mythological big grey man of Ben Like 3 in the Cairngorms. It's actually really interesting. I love this sort of stuff. It's like about potential like myths and stuff. And like, I don't know, stuff like that. Of course it might be just a hoax, but I find the idea of hoaxes just boring. Like it's just human intervention, isn't it? It's boring. Why can't things just be kind of mysterious, eh? Why can't things just be mysterious? I mean, we don't need to air out the whole world in black and white. That would be boring. I'm also a little depressed because I've heard bad things about the Barbie movie. You wouldn't think I'd be even bothered by that, but I've heard bad things. It's just kind of worrying. I mean, something that actually really bothers me, just in general, is, how to phrase this without sounding like an idiot, is people's propensity that in order to raise a certain demographic up, they feel like they need to push another one down. That's what bugs me. I mean, I've never called myself a feminist, and I probably never will, but I do understand that it is something that has been needed. I don't believe that it's something we necessarily need now, but who the hell am I to know? I don't even leave the house most of the time. However, I do not believe in any sense that in order to be like an active and actually successful and innovative and progressive feminist, that what we should be doing is shitting on men. That is not the way. If you can't stand up without putting somebody else down, that is a big problem. So yeah, I've heard that about the Barbie movie, and it's just kind of sad. That might have been part of why I'm a bit depressed. But I think it's mostly just things are changing in my own life. God, nail polish names are so faffy. This one is called Flowerista. What the fuck is that about? Alright, well, I'm gonna use the blue. And the blue is called Amuse Me. Why? Why is this an amusing colour? Why is this... It's a nice colour, I grant you, but why is it amusing? What about it is amusing? Okay, left hand doing right is always a little bit tricky. Yeah. Progress. The fuck. Okay, so now there's blue on my chair, on the top of my footrest, and on the stand of it. Now I gotta get it back. And now it's on my foot. This is normal. And now it's covered in cat hair. This is why we can't have nice things. Fuck duck. Okay. So I'm gonna try and get some of the hairs off this because I'd rather not be just wiping fur into my painted nails. If I can avoid it, ideally, I've already smudged the thumb. Pathetic. Ah, hair. It receded into the thing. Shit. Oh jeez, my hand shakes way too much. I am not ambidextrous in any sense of the word. So I'm not sure when I'm going to be in the mood for Fall of Porcupine again. maybe in the actual fall. It still baffles me that they released the game set in the fall and summer. I'm fucking this up. Okay. Just gonna leave that for a bit. But yeah, my stomach is better, but I keep doing shit that just makes it feel worse. And I need to just stop checking the internet for anything, and stop going on Twitter, and stop checking Stream Manager, and stop actually turning on my view count, and then switching it off again like I never did. I don't know what I'm doing. I think that's part of the problem. I fucked this up. Fucked it. So I'm really sad with what's happening to Tumblr. It used to be actually like a pretty decent site. Now it's just an absolute fucking mess. Because it's got the For You and the Following tabs like Twitter, which it definitely does not need to do. And the For You tab is stupid because it's just clogged up with everything I've reblogged. Like, I don't need to see that. I know I've reblogged that. And it doesn't matter how many times you dismiss a certain blog with just absolutely, I'm not interested in this. It's the stupidest thing because I think there's a way of timing it out or something. And it keeps saying, okay, we won't recommend this blog to you again for a while. That's suitably vague. It's actually gotten to the point where it's recommended blogs to me so many times that I have zero interest in that I have started blocking them, which is really sad because I actually have nothing against the blogs in particular or the people running them. It's just in my face all the time and the damn site won't take no for an answer. It's just annoying me. This is a fucking mess. Well, it's manageable. And I think another thing I'm afraid of, because I've been making so many changes, just with how I approach streaming, if not actually the content, although again maybe that too is difficult for me to say myself, is that I'm afraid that maybe I'm changing too much as a content creator or as a streamer, and that people just aren't interested in what I'm doing now. People who were here before have seen that I'm changing into something that they don't vibe with. And that upsets me because, well, I know it's not something I can control, not by any stretch, but it's just kind of sad. It's I definitely just want to live life in a way that's going to be better for me, and I'd rather that didn't affect how I stream. Although I do want to lean more into doing just chatting, because I do just like just chatting with you guys. But I'm also just at a point right now where I don't know that I'm enjoying video games a huge amount. Because even when we BPM was kind of a bust, which was a shame. But even when we were switched to 20 minutes till dawn, I was I felt myself getting kind of sick of it, which is annoying because we literally just changed up how we're playing it, different gun, different strats. But I don't know. It's I don't know. I just don't know. That is the problem. It's always been the problem, is that I just don't really know. And I don't know how to ask, I don't know how to frame it in a way that people would be like free and willing to say, yeah, I don't like this, or what you're doing now, or whatever. And lots of the time, sometimes you can just get fed up doing the same thing. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I would like change month in, month out the roguelikes we would play, but I found that my schedule has just been kind of all over the place lately with the games I'm playing. Like, it doesn't help that with BPM I was hoping to play that for a full month, but then in the second stream of it, to be honest, I think wait, what are we on? We're not quite on the last week of July. We would have played it 4 times. Wait, 3 times, because I wasn't streaming that one Tuesday, this past Tuesday. Oh wait, I streamed it. Oh, I get confused because I didn't stream it all on the week of the 3rd. That's it. I just get confused with the way I schedule things. And now I'm not even doing the schedules because it just felt kind of constricting to try and stick to them. And then there's the fact that I think I might also just be circumstantially depressed because I'm doing story stuff and it's kind of depressing. By that I mean, this isn't a spoiler, or maybe it is. I forget the difference now, but let's face it, by the time the book comes out, you'll all have forgotten I've even said this. My main character wants to die. She has literally no vested interest in living anymore, and yet she won't actively seek out suicide simply because she still has family and friends. So yeah, it's kind of depressing, and I think it might just be that I'm sort of crawling into her headspace. Like, I'm not in danger of hurting myself because I know her life and my life are separate things, and I'm actually okay with my life, mostly. I mean, there's ups and downs, but when isn't there? But that's kind of the headspace I think I'm also in, and that's part of why I'm a little bit just... Like, I'm not sad, it's just a big, overwhelming meh. I actually went to bed today. Like, at 1:30 in the afternoon, I just went and laid down, and Toby came for a cuddle, and I just stayed there for like half an hour. Didn't do anything, didn't read anything, didn't watch anything, didn't even try and sleep. I just lay there, fully clothed, under my blankets, with my cat. And I don't have the attention span to watch anything. I've burned out on Midsummer Murders. Killing Eve killed itself in my eyes, so I don't care about that. This is a big ball of meh. And I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have streamed today. I don't want to stream anymore where I'm crying. Because we've been there, done that. No, thank you. And I do have a game we could theoretically play that isn't like super like labor intensive or brain intensive. But then again, I've never actually seen anybody play it, so I might go into it and just be extremely upset with how much I suck at it because I don't know what I'm supposed to do or where I'm supposed to go. Oh, it's another problem I've had. I've probably talked about this before, but it doesn't feel like I've done it recently, is that even the simplest things to me can be rendered into virtually impossible tasks if I am being observed attempting them. Like, I can't chop vegetables when somebody else is around because I will almost certainly chop the tip of one of my fingers off because I just cannot function sometimes under those conditions. That's why I've mostly tried to stick to games that I've either seen somebody else play or that I have played before sometime. Mostly it's seeing somebody else play, so I at least have some vague idea. And some of them I am just uncannily good at. Like, I did not expect to be good at Dead Cells. Being a big ball of mud does describe things quite well for me too today. Oh, I'm sorry. Just like basically from like Friday evening onwards. Or maybe just yesterday, I don't know, it's getting really confusing and I'm really tired and my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Which is really nice. But it also just doesn't seem to fucking matter. How do I open this again? How the fuck do I hit them? Sorry, I didn't mean to hit them. I think the problem is that right now I probably could theoretically just sit on the end of my bed doing fuck all day, and it wouldn't bother me. But that's also another problem I've realised, is that I gave up photography so I'd have more time to do stuff, and while that hasn't really come into effect yet because I'm still working through a horrendous backlog, so I'm not actually that imaginative. Like, outside writing, I am not imaginative. I don't know what to do with myself. I have all of this time, and I do not know what to do. I can't figure out what music I want to listen to. Can't figure out what I want to watch, if anything, or even what I want to read, really. And beyond those tasks, I don't know what else to do. Like, what do people do with their time? I'm serious. What do people do all day? I mean, a lot of people, yeah, I know they go to work and they, like, have a job. But outside of that, what do they do with their spare time? I will say that even though I am quite creative in my writing, one of the techniques in prose that I love the most when reading a book is just endless lists of things. Just lists of different kinds of things. I don't know why I love it, but I do. But you know what? I can't write that kind of thing for shit, because I can't think of these things. I can't think of the minutiae. I just cannot seem to focus on it. Like, I'm trying to write about Molly, is her name, my character, like, delving into, like, preparing food, which isn't something she's really done before. And I'm struggling to think of foods. I'm struggling to think of meals that people eat. Like, beyond pizza and the beautiful blanket term takeout, I can't think of food, which is crazy, because Felipe, her best friend, who's fucking dead, and that's not a spoiler, was a chef. He loved cooking more than anything, and I can't think of a single damn thing that he would have made. I just have to keep reminding myself that honestly, first drafts don't have to be good, they just have to be written. I can come up with the details later. Like, I read a book the other day. It was just this slim little thing that I didn't actually expect to get anything out of, and it was honestly just about the general life and memories of a 20-something woman coming to terms with what adulthood is. But the amount of detail it went into, with her past, with her thought process, I don't know how to do that. With some things, yes, but like, it was the minutiae and just the wordplay, and it was a fantastic book. I love it. It's on my shelf now. I'm not getting rid of that one. Oh, maybe it's a comparing myself to others thing. Like, I'm never gonna write like her. Rachel Cusk was her name, the author. It was good. Maybe that's not what my writing is. It probably isn't. Maybe there's more detail in there than I can see because I've just read it and reread it and rewritten it so many fucking times. I wasn't mad at myself for getting drunk yesterday. I got drunk less than a day after my stomach stopped hurting. Fuck's sake, am I trying to do myself an injury? That was louder than I meant. A stupid thing, like Friday night I ate a muffin. I got a gluten-free, dairy-free chocolate muffin and I had it for supper. And have you guys ever found this, that when you're eating something, it's like your body waits until the last bite before going, oh, you feel sick now? You had to wait until I had the entire fucking thing in my tom-tom before going, oh, you feel sick now. I genuinely thought I was going to puke, which was really annoying. But I do think that might have actually just been to do with the leftovers of that food poisoning shit I gave me, because it's been happening a lot the last few weeks. I've just been eating something questionably rich, and my stomach will just be like, nah. Because it wasn't actually the last bite. It was a sort of stir-fry chicken and off broccoli, I later realised, sandwich that I had, and it was literally the last bite of the sandwich that gave me the symptoms of the food poisoning. Like, the rest of it, I was fine. It was right up until the last bite. I don't know what's going on there. I don't like how... thing is, one of the other problems I have is that I don't know if I've ever actually mentioned it. I probably have, because I do just seem to like talking about all my various ailments. Is I have actually like a medically stiff jaw on this side of my face, because my teeth are just so jam-packed together. Like, I don't know if you can hear that. It's coming up in the feed. It's only on this side. I cannot click this side. It's this side, and it just gets real stiff and real sore. And the only response I got was, oh yeah, your teeth are too tightly fit together, but we ain't pulling any of the teeth. We're just going to give you filling after filling, and getting this tooth here pulled. It probably won't do shit, because I had a tooth pulled up here hoping it would, like, even out my teeth. Yeah, I didn't do shit. There's still a gap there. I'm still glad I got it pulled though, because it was kind of a shit tooth. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm tired and my brain hurts. Probably because I've just been talking too much. But it's just chatting. You're meant to talk with just chatting. It's kind of the point. Why is this year going by so fast? I swear last year didn't do this. Or maybe it did. Sorry. I keep accidentally nudging my mic. I don't know. I just don't get it. I was kind of hoping adult life would slow down. Although I don't know if that makes any sense, because I remember my childhood just being endless, stretched almost to eternity of just school, brief holidays, school, over and over again. I was so desperate to leave school at 16 that I didn't realise for 6 months, aka until my parents told me, because nobody else did, that I had to do something because child benefit stopped when I left school. They don't teach you that at school. Each day feels so at the moment, but days seem to vanish. Yeah. Yeah, exactly that. It's like I have all this time, but I don't. It's there and then it's not. And I wish there was some kind of feedback you could get from streaming, like if someone just decides to stop watching you, they could tell you why. That's putting a lot of like pressure on the viewers, and I understand why it's not a thing, but it would be nice to understand that. I suppose it would help if I stopped doing streams where I'm just apathetically, obviously depressed. Might do. I'd play Heaven's Vault again if I didn't have to read all the dialogue, because my jaw hurts. I need to practice doing more talking. Maybe that's not the solution, but I want to try it anyway. Maybe things will pick up in winter. It's funny, my stomach stopped hurting, but I still don't like feel that good. I think it's just because my stomach has always had just like the shittest luck. Because I've got IBS. Every time I was on my period, it would mess with my gut. Because that's just what it does. Or did. I had gastritis a few years back, and that messed me up. And then I just started eating a lot of questionably no longer edible food. And drinking. It's just like my stomach just seems to get the worst of it, you know? I don't know. Would you like to play some Terraria with me today? I feel like we both need the dopamine boost, and I feel like it might be fun. Would you like to play Terraria today? No pressure at all if you don't care for it right now, but I thought I would put it to you. Give me 10 minutes to fit up. Alrighty, I will do something, I'm sure. What do? I'm sure I can find something else to complain about. Just complaining, the latest Twitch category. Yeah, alright. Well, I'm wearing this top for the first time in like 2 years. I haven't worn it in ages. I'm very happy with it. Finally wearing my big heart-shaped earrings. They've just been sort of sitting in my jewellery box. Oh, I guess it goes my friend. He came over on Friday, gave me a bunch of my belated birthday presents from her, and I can't remember what any of them are. Shit. Well, she got me some earrings, which are like really cool, but they're stud back, so I can't really wear them whilst wearing headphones. Oh, the box in the picture of Toby sitting in it. That's where all the gifts came in. Toby loves that box. I'm never taking it away from him. It's so cute just watching him sort of stuff himself into it. Like, he will not take no for an answer. She also got me a really, really nice sort of magenta shade of lipstick, which I do not know how to apply, but one day on stream I might. And the good news regarding my friend is that she's finally put herself on the housing list for town, because she's had a really tough time where she's living and she just wants to get out of there. So soon, she and I can just hang out without having to worry about travelling 30 miles to see each other. So that would be good. We need to get some of the stuff that we can get you to those bosses. Yes! What else happened? I don't know. She got me some gem things to like stick on my face, which I'm going to save for my 30th. It's weird to think I'm turning 30 and I already know that I have too many plans for my 30th. And I'm gonna burn out before I can do all of them. And I'm gonna make myself sad doing that. Like, my birthday is on a Sunday, so I think it would be a bit remiss of me not to stream. However, I do not think that a full Let's Play of Night in the Woods is a good idea. Like, I would love to, but I would lose my voice playing all of that game in one go. I would. We can do something else. Maybe just have like maybe we can properly do like a subathon for Terraria, and this time I won't do successive rum shots. I don't know why I'm looking over here. She definitely did get me something else, but I forget what. What else was in that box? Can't think. But they were nice. It was all like nice prezzies. She's a very good gift giver, is my friend, which is great because I fucking suck at getting people gifts. I routinely misinterpret what people like, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I just cannot do it.